Yes, welcome to our 216th Sunday business, non-stop Sunday business live episode. So let's start first.
Let's talk about this illusion first. Borrowing power.
Oh,
We heard the sounds
definitely
familiar?
would have, yeah.
Yeah. Borrowing power. How this becomes an illusion. But it also at the same time sounds very empowering. But it's the exact leash, the lead.
Long leash.
Yeah, the long lead that keeps you all the time enslaved.
Financially enslaved. In saying all this, we too lived.
Yeah, we lived it too. Borrowing power.
Credit scoring, serviceability, everything. And we were celebrated for being serviceable according to their game. But at the same time, we weren't free at all. We realized that we were so proud and so grateful that very soon we have realized after we were in the game for 23 years, but very soon we have realized it within 8 years time. The main thing is we are going to come. Stay tuned. And this is for you if you are so much feeling that how much ever I make money, it's not enough. And how much ever I work hard, I don't know where the money is flowing. Why I'm still financially struggling. Or if you are in the above 55 or 60, if you have the feeling of when I'm going to pay off the mortgage. Because we are not just talking from thin air. We are talking to the people around 55 and 60 plus, and they are expressing their stress of, I'm not sure when I'm going to pay off the mortgage. It's keep on going.
You want to give the number about the people who are in real stress about the mortgage?
Oh my God.
What is the number?
Actually,
give the number.
The mortgage stress as of August 2024.
Yeah, very.
63.2% of people around the Australia itself. 63.2%. It's a big number of people are in financial mortgage stress. Why? If all the strategies is going to work, why it is so? And among the 63.2% of people, 80% of the people have reported they are having the stress, the frustration, lack of time for themselves, lack of personal time for themselves, lack of time with their family. And they can't stop working and they are working more hours, overtime, 2 jobs, 3 jobs, and part-time and small business.
Yeah, but still nowhere near to freedom or free.
And still, if they stop work, money stops flowing. You could be one among. If you are, this is the live session which is going to really unpack the illusionary trap which traps you. The one thing is, banks don't measure your potential, but they measure, you know what? The number of hours you work.
And also how much you get paid every fortnight. Your
or every hours or every fortnight, your pay slip or paycheck, or how much money that you're making in your small business or self-employment. That's what
they care about.
And that is why they bring in secured income, safe income, 3 months, 6 months pay slips. Why? Because they would like to know if they are selling their mortgage or the debt to you, are you okay to buy it? And also one other thing, when did you start accepting to let someone outside you to analyze and to box you that this is what you can make, this is what you can earn? Since when? That is the problem here. As long as you keep letting them box you, this is what you can able to buy, this is what you can able to borrow, this is what your serviceability is.
This is what you are allowed to spend. This is what you can make. This is what you're allowed to spend. You know.
This is what you're affordable. This is what your budget is. If you keep letting them box you, then you will keep getting financially enslaved with the long leash of what they say. That is how they control you. And you know why it is happening? It's nothing but, you may not like to hear what we are about to share with you. It is nothing but of your lack of financial knowledge about money or about financial literacy. That's a fact.
And also the beliefs, the conditioning. Conditioning about a scarcity, creating a scarcity around you. Conditioning constantly about using the words like
time is money.
Yeah, affordability, budget,
Hard-earned money.
words keep conditioning you, so which makes you to have a very limited belief system of scarcity. So you think you are only this much.
Because indirectly, they have made you to believe time is money. But the thing behind that is, you may or may not have realized, but the fact is time is limited. And eventually they made you to realize money is also limited when they are printing from thin air, fiat money. So you are indirectly believing, based on the belief time is money, you are also made to believe money is also limited. And then you are trying to protect the money, save the money, safeguard the money rather than protecting your time. Yes, you are not protecting your time. We were that too, because you are selling your time for the unlimited money that they are printing from the thin air. And you're working hard for the money. And you're wearing a badge of honor. I'm working hard. Well, who said you are not working hard? Yes, you're working hard. But is it taking you anywhere near to the freedom of life that you are craving for? No.
You are locked
Trapped.
until you are 60 or 65.
And especially the mortgage propaganda, property propaganda, keep families in a long leash until they are 60 plus for 30 to 40 years. Oh, yeah, no, it's all right. It's all a good debt. That's one other story that I'm going to bring in here. We were there in the good debt propaganda as well. We are not against a good debt. We are not against a property. We are not against a house, buying a house for yourself. But one thing is, because we were in the trap for 23 years, worked for 60 hours a week, started with 38 hours, both of us, but worked for 60 hours, ended up with 60 hours and 50 hours a work week. Think about it. A family of a parent with 2 kids working for 60 hours a week and 50 hours a week. Where is the life here? Are we here to live to work or work to live? Is it called as life? Just to accept only the weekend only life? And on top of that, to register, even though we were qualified, to register, we spent around 30k plus.
Yes,
for the profession. And still capped life with the capped money. Why capped money? Because capped time. That is why good debt will become a good debt only when it is backed up by the income which is not tied up to the time. So now analyze yourself. Is your income is attached to the time that you're working? Your income is based on your active income, physical presence. As long as your income is attached to the time that you're working, any sort of debt that you are getting sold on top of it, it is not a good debt. It is not at all a good debt. And they say equity, beautiful. You got a mortgage, and then after 2 or 3 years, okay, the property values increase, so based on that they provide equity. You say that, oh, I'm buying based on the equity on another property. That is a game again. They keep on in the condition pattern in the fancy name of equity to make you to borrow and borrow and borrow over and over again to keep you in the debt trap, non-stop debt trap. Again, we are not talking from the thin air. We are talking to the people who are having 3-4 properties alongside with the mortgage, with the struggle and the stress. Not 40 plus, 60 plus. They're about to retire, but they don't know when they are going to retire. Not 1 or 2 people, hundreds of people I'm talking to. If you're a lender, a mortgage agent, buyer's agent, you may say, oh, they're not following the beautiful strategy and all. That's not BS. Why we are saying that? Because just go back and see the statistical aspect of what's happening in Australia as of August 2024. So if you're going to challenge, come on, bring on the challenge here and show me how many of them who are in the property propaganda, who went into the property side or in a cash flow, can able to stop working. They can have the wealth, the true wealth and the real freedom. How many of them? Show them at least 10. From our side, we show you not hundreds, not thousands, we show you millions of people who focused on detaching the time and the money first, who focused on cash flow first, and then diversify that into property without getting caught into the debt trap, without getting caught into the serviceability of borrowing power, without getting sold for their debt.
If you've been listening for so long, you would have got what we are saying is time tied income, which is linear income, and what is the other side, which we did 4 years ago, and how the earning is not tied to your time at all, which is the other income model.
So the point is, you must come to the realization that whatever they are, the game that they are telling you to play through the property or serviceability or borrowing power, it's not freedom. It's just a system trap. That is where you must shift from linear time-tied income to
Leveraged
income,
which is totally independent of your time.
cash flow first.
Before building
Without a cash flow, any debt you are borrowing on top of it in the name of borrowing power will not be a good debt at all. That is not how the 3% wealthy people are playing. Once you achieve that, leverage cash flow first, then diversify into property later. I will show you so many evidential examples, real people. That is where you tend to achieve the time freedom, the time to be for yourself, time to be with your kids, time to be with your family. Do what you're loving. Daily freedom, living on your own terms, and building your real legacy with the time freedom, with the cash flow. In saying all this,
Now it's I have questions to ask you. Who really owns your house
is it you
or the bank? This is for you to come out with your own answers. You don't have to tell us.
and
Ask us.
are you proud of your borrowing power as what they cap you, or is it quietly financially enslaving you? And also the least question I would like to ask you: what would change if? Have you ever imagined what would change if you build cash flow first before debt or property, anything like that? That's how the 3% play. Have you ever imagined this? In saying all these things, you're about to close it here. It's time now. Why? Time now because in 3 years' time, to the country that you have migrated thinking that you are safe, it's gonna change.
And also don't let others to dictate your worth.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Definitely do not do that.
It's time to stop letting others to dictate exactly your self-worth of what you can. If you say enough is enough, comment below enough. If you're done letting others to dictate you, others to say you're borrowing power and to define your life, we will show you how to flip that model as how we did it, because freedom, abundance, affluence, prosperity and happiness is your birthright. Comment below enough. You're here to live the life to the fullest, not just a weekend. We succeed together. Cheers, bye.